The effects of sequestration on our top-tier customers, the direct contractors to the government, have inseparable effects on the supply chain. In fact, the vast majority of the economic impact of sequestration will fall on small and medium businesses.
People come to us and say, are you worried about the future of sequestration? What's going to happen down the road with it? We're already seeing impacts right now.
We're a small, disadvantaged woman-owned business. And as a result of that classification, we already have a small niche in the marketplace. I'm concerned that that niche would actually become even smaller.
Well, one of the issues with a smaller firm is we don't have as much visibility up and down the supply chain as some of the larger firms. We've seen our customers already start pulling back and just be hesitant to maybe cut that purchase order.
A company can't make hiring decisions or will delay hiring decisions. A company will put off purchasing more property, plant, or equipment. So there's this ripple effect that is just going to, devastate our economy right when it was starting to come back.
The aerospace and defense industry, through this economic time, has been the one to maintain jobs and to create jobs. And our business has grown. And to now have to start to deplete that, I think will have a detrimental effect.
You have to come to grips with the impact that it's going to have on the jobs, and the jobs in the aerospace industry, and the trickle-down jobs that it will impact.
If sequestration comes in, I may find myself not adding 50 jobs, but cutting 50 jobs.
What we're looking at with sequestration are layoffs. In the state of Ohio alone, there's close to 40,000 jobs that are at stake.
We're currently needing multiple engineers to fill various roles. And the first question that comes to us is, with sequestration, am I going to have a job in 6 months? And quite frankly, we really don't have the ability to commit to that.
We've already seen jobs shrink in our company as a direct effect of the threat of sequestration. And those are real jobs because the orders aren't coming in.
If there are cuts here across the board, if that were to happen here in America, then yeah, sure, I think that jobs might go overseas, and I'm very concerned about that as a small business owner.
I think any blanket cut in the budget with no thought behind it makes no sense for this industry. Unless you critically look at each segment and what's manufactured in each of those, it's a poor decision.
So our concern is when you take away those dollars and you don't have that investment going on, you've got to restructure and readjust if your revenue goes away. There's only so much internal R&D that we can fund as an organization of our size. So I think we're concerned going forward for the impacts of sequestration on high-tech defense suppliers, small businesses like us.
And we've really got to think about what are we doing to sustain our business, sustain our economy, grow it for those that come after us. It's not what do we do to solve the problem today. The problem is far bigger than that, and if we're not thinking about the future, we're not going to come with the right solution.
Sequestration is devastating. It's a fiscal cliff. It is a blunt force approach to cost cutting, which will not solve the problem.
If major programs are cut even further, I'm really concerned about the disastrous effects it's going to have on us as a supplier in the aerospace industry.
What is the way to solve those budget challenges versus the potential impact to a critical industry that not only has defense implications, but has economic implications as well?
This isn't a thing in the future. This isn't some big wave coming over the horizon that we have to worry about. We're currently being impacted by this. We're currently not being able to attract talent or retain talent because of the fear of impending doom.
Why aren't they taking some of the best of industry that have turned around large businesses? And we didn't turn them around by laying everybody off. We've created new jobs. We took the true waste out of the system. We got more effective. So why has an industry in Congress combined resources to come up with a real solution?
I have no problem with cutting the budget. I mean, there's nothing wrong with all right, fine, let's cut the budget. But let's cut it in a defined way that makes sense, that allows us to ease out of one program but while still maintaining others. We can make adjustments. We're small businesses. We're very good at being flexible. All those things we need to do to become better take 2 to 3, 4 years. You can't just suddenly walk off a cliff. And that's what this stuff is going to be.